Today we are learning 3 easy beginner tom beats. So let's get started. Hey everyone, Gabe here from drumbeatsonline.com, a website that helps you become a better drummer. Today we are learning some awesome and simple beginner tom beats. These are really great for helping you in your creativity and building your beat vocabulary. So let's jump right into it. All right, everyone, so for these first 2 beats, I'm going to try to keep things as simple as possible. The third one is going to take it a step up a little bit, but hey, let's focus on these first 2 first. So for the first 2 beats, we're going to keep the same pattern with our kick drum and our snare drum. And that pattern is going to be a term that's called 4 on the floor. So what that means is you're going to be playing quarter notes on your bass drum, which just means you're going to be playing on beat 1, 2, 3, and 4. So then we are going to add our snare drum on beats 2 and 4. So just that part would sound like this. All right, so that's what we're doing with the kick and the snare for the first 2 beats the whole time. Now let's start adding some toms, right? So with our floor tom, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing 8th notes. So for that one measure of the beat, we're going to be playing 8 notes on our floor tom, and we're going to count it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 8 notes. So let's hear how that sounds together, and then we're going to add in one more part to complete the beat. So this one note changes the beat completely, and I think it makes it a lot more interesting. And it might trip you up, and it might not. Either way, it's okay. Just be patient with yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze in a note on the rack tom in between the 8th notes that we're playing on our floor tom. And that is going to go on the of beat 2. So how we're going to count that is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you just sneak it in between those notes that you're playing on your floor tom. So let me show you how that sounds all together. Check it out. So if that trips you up, don't worry about it. Just take the beat as slow as you can until you can get the pattern. And then once you feel comfortable at a slow tempo, then you can start moving it faster. But play it slow first. That's most important. So with beat 2, we are only adding one more note. It is a very similar beat, but again, I think it adds a totally different feel to it. So all we're doing is we're adding another note on our rack tom to the first beat, and it's very similar. We're squeezing another note actually right after the of beat 2. So now where we're putting it is the E of beat 3. So now we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. So it's a little quick, and I know that it can get a little tricky, but let's hear me play it at a few different tempos, and we can go from there. Check it out. All right, guys, so this last beat steps things up a little bit, and I think it's a really, really fun beat. So the pattern on our kick and snare drum is actually different this time, but we're not going to talk about our kick drum just yet. We're going to save that for the end. The snare drum pattern actually is the same, though. You continue to play on beats 2 and 4 on the snare drum. And the pattern on our floor tom is also the same. We're playing eighth notes on the floor tom. So eighth notes on the floor tom, snare on beat 2 and 4. That's totally the same. So now we're just going to add in 2 notes on the rack tom, and these are actually 2 different notes than the last beat. So we're hitting them at the same time with our floor tom on the end of beat 2 and on beat 3. So let me just play that beat without the kick drum so you can hear how it sounds. All right, here's where things start to get really tricky, but it's so good for your independence and for your kick drum patterns. What we're going to be doing is we are going to be playing the kick drum in between every single note that we're playing on our hands. So now this actually turns it into a 16th note beat. So we are playing eighth notes on our floor tom, but we're going to be playing the E's and the U's in between everything we're doing on our floor tom. So now it's going to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So that starts to make things a little bit more complicated, and this is where I highly urge you to take it very slow. And again, it could be one of those things where it's really hard to rub your stomach in a circle and tap your head. You know, like your limbs have a hard time playing one pattern on your hands and a different pattern on your feet. So I'm just saying that to say don't get discouraged, guys. I'll show you how the beat sounds, and it's a really, really fun beat. So keep trying it out if you don't get it right away. Check it out. you want my best beginner drum lessons that you can't find on YouTube, check out my full-length lesson course called Ultimate Beginner Drum Lessons right over here. I think that will really help you go from point A to point Z, playing awesome drum beats, awesome tom grooves, awesome drum fills. I think it'll be really good for you if you're a beginner drummer. I think it'll be perfect. If not, you can check out my last YouTube lesson right over here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.